Shalom. Shalom. I want to begin a lesson off by giving all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai Bahashem, Rakah HaKodesh. Double blessing and honor to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who taught me the truth through the spirit and the power of Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. Back with another lesson through the spirit, man. I just wanted to come at y'all with something quick and Lord willing, edifying, man. Just going to be talking a little bit about judgment going on in the news. I've been seeing a few things that came across my feed that caught my eye. Honestly, I'm gonna read some of these headings and get into probably a little bit about the information. Don't not do a too deep dive. Just kind of just going base by base, case by case, and pull out some precepts and some scriptures through the spirit. No. And Lord willing, the lesson be edifying to those out there listening and watching. So without further ado, man, I'm going to go ahead and get into it. So it says, the first one, it says, missing 13-year-old girl found stuffed in a box in man's basement after meeting him on Snapchat. Now, I'm going to just say this right now, and even as a man, it's not the best bet to meet people online. Now, that's not to say I haven't done it before, but it's a very rare case that I do things like this, because you never know how that person is in real life. You know what I'm saying? Could be a setup, any type of thing, man. And especially nowadays, it's not the smartest thing to do. No, I don't think I've done anything like that since I was like in high school. So it's been a minute, but nonetheless, though, that's not the best way to go. It's better to, you know what I'm saying, meet people in real life. That's just my opinion. You know what I'm saying? People have their own way of doing things, though. But it says a Pennsylvania man met a Louisiana teen on Snapchat and convinced her to travel to his home more than 1,000 miles away, which is crazy, under the guise of helping her get adopted by a trusted adult. Cops say he then kept the 13-year-old in his basement, stuffed inside a box covered with a sheet, when he SA'd her repeatedly for days, according to police. And this nigga's just not right in the head, man. So like you bear with me. Maybe this will come. Let me see what this is talking about. Make sure I'm getting the right thing. Be like I'm on She-Hulk. All right. The book of Philippians, chapter 2 and verse 15. We get verse 14. Do all things without murmurings and disputings, that ye may be blameless and harmless, the sons of God, without rebuke, in the midst of a crooked and perverse nation, among whom ye shine as lights in the world, holding forth the word of life, that I may rejoice in the day of Hamashiach, that I have not run in vain, neither labored in vain. Right? So it says, and I was just talking about this, we gotta lead by example in my lesson yesterday. It says, verse 14, do everything without complaining and arguing, so that no one can criticize you. Live clean, innocent lives as children of God, shining like bright lights in a world full of crooked and perverse people, right? This nigga was indeed perverse. You know what I'm saying? And we know the laws concerning grape and things of that nature. You'd have to pay 50 shekels of silver. But he also deleted her. Is that right? No, he did not delete her. Salaki. Salaki.
Strong's G 1294. Diastrepho.
Says to distort, turn aside, to oppose, plot against the saving purposes and plans of God, to turn aside from the right path, to pervert, corrupt. Yeah, man, this nigga was perverse. Nonetheless, though, he's going to be dealt with accordingly. Says she was groomed, exploited, and then sexually abused by strangers who found her online. Louisiana's Attorney General Liz Murrow said in a statement on Facebook about Keyshawn Cremidy's alleged victim. Cremedy, 26, is charged with trafficking in individuals, statutory SA, involuntary deviant sexual intercourse, SA, and selling or furnishing alcohol, according to police. He is one of three suspects who are accused of helping facilitate the alleged trafficking. Mind you, these type of things go on a lot throughout the Edomite community. It just doesn't come to the light. But very soon, it is. Proverbs 11:3. The integrity of the upright shall guide them, but the perverseness of transgressors shall destroy them. It says at least 20 dead and 320 injured as huge 6.3 magnitude earthquake rips through Afghanistan as buildings collapse. Mind you, you know what I'm saying, they're in the midst of going at it with Pakistan right now. The Lord is just bringing forth all types of chaos over there in that region. You know what I'm saying? Valley of Jehoshaphat. At least 20 people have died after a huge 6.3 magnitude earthquake rocked Afghanistan, with hundreds left injured. The deadly tremor struck close to the city Mazar-e-Sharif, with significant casualties expected as rescuers searched through the rubble. He says, Shafarad Zaman, a spokesperson for the Taliban Health Ministry, said the quake deleted at least 20 people. He added that over 300 are injured, with hospitals across Afghanistan packed with shell-shocked residents. get this. Let me see. It's in the Apocrypha. It might be in this chapter. Let me see. Make sure before I just start looking it up. I might be in chapter 9. No, let me look this up. Murmurings. I don't know what I was thinking of. We get 2nd Ezra chapter 9 and verse 1. It says, He answered me then and said, Measure thou the time diligently in itself. And when thou seest a part of the signs past, as I have told thee before, then shalt thou understand that it is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made. Therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people in the world, then shalt thou well understand that the Most High spake of those things from the days that were before thee, even from the beginning. And that's what we're seeing in these times that we're in, man. It's no surprise to us why they're happening, what's going on. It says 23 dead, 12 injured in fire and explosion at a store in northwestern Mexico. A Mexican mayor was also assassinated the other day. It says state officials report that a fire and explosion at a convenience store in northwestern Mexico killed at least 23 people, including children, and injured a dozen others. Prosecutors believe the fire may have started in a transformer, but the exact cause is still under investigation. In the book of Amos, chapter 3, it says, at the 6th verse, it says, Shall a trumpet be blown in a city, and the people not be afraid? Shall there be evil in the city, and the Lord Yahweh hath not done it? Surely the Lord, the Most High Power, will do nothing, but he revealeth his secret unto his servants, the prophets. Right? These things that's going on in these cities and whatnot, it's of the Lord's doing, man. It's no one else. Does disaster come to a city unless the Lord has planned it? It was already planned out. It was planned. It was deemed to happen even before it happened. It says 6 deaths and 27 illnesses tied to outbreak from prepared pasta meals. It says health officials say 6 deaths and 27 illnesses across 18 states. Now, mind you, if you take that number, 6 and 27, what does it add up to? 33. The Edomites love the number 33, man. I noticed that. Across 18 states are now linked to a listeria outbreak tied to prepared pasta meals sold at major grocery chains, including Kroger and Trader Joe's. The latest data includes 2 additional deaths and 7 additional illnesses tied to the outbreak, according to the latest information from the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, CDC, published on Thursday, October 30th. 25 hospitalizations have also been reported. the book of 2nd Ezra 15 and 49. I will send plagues upon thee, widowhood, poverty, famine, sword, and pestilence to waste thy houses with destruction and death. That's talking about Babylon. Woe be unto thee, thou wretch. The book don't talk good about this place, man, at all. Pop, 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 pop. Father shoots his own son 12 times while arguing with him over slammed door and fight he was having with his girlfriend, cops say. Damn. Durante Tolliver, which is the left, and Durante Schofield, the crime scene after Durante Tolliver allegedly shot and killed his own son, Durante Schofield, in Buckhead. A Georgia father arguing with his adult son over his slamming of a car door in a fight the victim was having with his girlfriend shot the 32-year-old a dozen times and killed him, Schofield says. Durante Tolliver, 54, is charged with murder for fatally shooting his son, Durante Schofield, last week at his Buckhead apartment complex in Fulton County. Authorities told the outlet that Schofield crashed his SUV into the side of a building late Wednesday night and then called his girlfriend for help. She allegedly phoned police and made an anonymous tip about the crash, then drove Schofield back to his apartment. The couple began arguing once they got inside, and the woman called Tolliver to come over to help calm Schofield down. Police were also called to the building around 12:22 a.m. and were speaking with the girlfriend when Tolliver showed up to speak to Schofield. Cops said that the father and son appeared calm and walked out of the apartment together to leave in Tolliver's vehicle. Once in the parking lot, however, they allegedly began arguing again after Schofield slammed Tolliver's car door. The dispute escalated and Tolliver opened fire on his son. Telling cops he believed Schofield was reaching toward his waistband as if he had a gun on him, according to investigators. Schofield was allegedly searched after the shooting and had no firearms or weapons on him. He was shot 12 times. I don't believe that one. I had to read that though, just to get a little bit of background on what was going on. You know what the book says, man. The book speaketh truth and no lies. The book of Matthew chapter 10 and verse 34. Let me see. Hold on. The book of Matthew 10 and 21. Now we know that this is talking about family members and whatnot, delivering us up to officials and things of that nature, betraying us in that day when shit hits the fan and whatnot. But I can apply this to this as well. The book of Matthew 10 and 21, it says, "And the brother shall deliver up the brother to death, and the father the child, and the children shall rise up against their parents and cause them to be put to death." So that's a common case of this right now. Jumping down to verse 34. It says, "Think not that I am come to send peace on earth. I came not to send peace, but a sword. For I am come to set a man at variance against his father, and the daughter against her mother, and the daughter-in-law against her mother-in-law. And a man's foes shall be they of his own household." Yep, we're seeing a lot of cases like this up here, more and more. It says, "Don't imagine," in NLT, that I came to bring peace to the earth. I came not to bring peace but a sword. I've come to set a man against his father, a daughter against her mother, and a daughter-in-law against her mother-in-law. Your enemies will be right in your own household. Those are the times that we in. Nigga unloaded damn near a full clip. That wasn't even self-defense. Self-defense is usually 3 to 5 shots. This nigga pack. That nigga said pack. Like, damn. This nigga made sure he was dead. Nah, this one probably the craziest one I seen, man. It says, toddler raped and beheaded after being taken from sleeping mom at train station. This one just sick. So the child was abducted and killed while sleeping beside her mother at a train station. In Jamshedpur, India, security cameras recorded a man crouching down to grab the child who held onto him in confusion. A second suspect is visible sitting behind the abductor, arms crossed as the child's mother slept, oblivious to the horrific events unfolding. This is why children need their fathers, man. When she awoke to find her daughter gone, the devastated mother contacted local authorities. And this happened some months ago. This happened during the summer, but it just popped up on my feed. But that shit is insane. Now, this happened recently, I want to say. It says, I don't like how they got this thing set up, man. Mom charged with killing and torturing her 8-year-old son who was found dead in a cooler. Covers her face in court. I'm not surprised. This is an Edomite. Actually, this might be this the Edomite. That's what I thought. It says, along with the boy's father and her paternal grandmother. It says a young boy. Hold on. Keep on seeing this damn picture, man. A young boy's parents and grandmother have been charged with his deletion and torture. The boy, identified as 8-year-old Isaiah H., was found dead in a cooler filled with ice in a Linwood, California apartment complex on October 28th. Isaiah's mom, Destiny Lucky Harrison, hid her face while appearing in court in Compton, California on the 31st. The parents and grandmother of a young boy in Linwood, California have been charged with his murder and torture. The boy's father and grandmother didn't show up to their first court appearance. His mother did, but she obscured her face from view. Hey man, these times we getting in, it's getting more and more. I'm telling you, as the days go on, the more and more it's getting worse. And the more and more the other wake up, Lord willing. We'll be at that number, man. We'll jump over to chapter 12 and then end it off here. The book of Matthew chapter 20, the book of Matthew chapter 12. I'm not tweaking, I'm thinking. The book of Matthew chapter 24 and verse 12. It says, and because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold. But he that shall endure unto the end, the same shall be saved. So we just gotta keep pushing, man. Honestly, the wicked, they're gonna keep on doing wickedness, man. They fulfilling their role. In turn, that means we have to fulfill ours, which is to strive to be the righteous and the just on the earth. Lord willing, this lesson was edifying those out there listening and watching. I'm gonna close it off there. Call Halal Yahweh Bahashim Yahushai Bahashim Rakakwadash. Double blessing and honor to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who taught me this truth through the spirit and the power of Yahweh Bahashim Yahushai. And until next time, I say Shalom Israel, Shalom. And as always, we're one day close to the kingdom, man. Keep pushing, keep pushing, keep pushing. Shalom. Shabbat Shalom, matter of fact.